The No Fate channel, checking in. On today's episode of the Supplement Review, we are going to focus on Huge Nutrition's brand new release, their Focus Advanced Cognitive Support for focus, clarity, and memory. Huge Nutrition, I have been very, very pleased with a lot of their new releases. Their pre-workout, their pump serum, a lot of their products are amazing and their new releases continue to impress. Now, if this is your first time to the channel, give this video a like, hit that red subscribe button. On this series, I just review a supplement on every episode to help you decide if it's right for your fitness goals, your health needs, and most importantly, that hard-earned money. Why would you want to take a supplement dedicated to focus, mood, and mental clarity? Well, it's wintertime here, and listen, I'll be completely honest. Once Christmas and New Year's is done, winter here in New England is the pits. It's cold, there's no light, you can't go outside at all, and frankly, you need as much of a pick-me-up, both with regards to energy as you do with regards to a boost on your mood. Not to mention, a lot of you have some pretty stressful lives. You're not getting a lot of sleep. You want that pick-me-up in that morning, and you want that get up and go. And some of you, you can't make it to the end of the day. Once noon hits, once you have lunch, it's hard to get anything done, and most of your work is subpar. And when you've got a job where you need to be on point, you need to bring your A game, you can't be S-ing the bed once 2 p.m. hits and you still got a boatload of work. So let's get into it. One bottle is 30 servings. One serving is 8 pills, and we are going to get into how I've used this in full version and in partial versions. Let's go. L-Tyrosine, a great nootropic, a great focused amino acid, 2 grams. Lion's mane mushroom, 800 milligrams, a massive dose. Keep in mind, lion's mane is a great nootropic. It's great for focus. Unfortunately, it tastes like mushrooms, so it's nice to see that it's in a pill form. DMAE coming in at 750 milligrams. That is going to be for memory, mood, and focus. We've got alpha GPC at 600 milligrams, another great nootropic, another great memory booster, and has been shown through clinical studies to have cognitive impact. We also have Rhodiala Rosea at 400 milligrams. That is for anxiety. It helps you fight fatigue, and it is to promote brain function. We've got N-Phenethyl dimethylamine, 250 milligrams, also known as Rhodiala. That is a stimulant that is going to help you with your focus, and it's going to put you in a better mood. Ginkgo biloba, we've got caffeine and Anhydrous, 200 milligrams, and then Di-Caffeine Malate, that's going to deliver another 100 milligrams of caffeine to your body. That is the slower acting caffeine, the longer lasting version of caffeine. L-Theanine at 150 milligrams, and I think that is a great ratio of caffeine to L-Theanine. I like to see a 2-to-1 ratio that helps prevent spikes of energy and then crazy drops. It does help balance you out, and it has a nice synergistic effect with caffeine. We also have Huperzine A, which is another nootropic at 20 milligrams, and then for absorption, because you're taking all this stuff in, you want your body to absorb it, Bioperine. Now, my experience with Huge Nutrition's Focus has been an absolutely positive one, to say the least. I've used it now a few times in multiple different ways, so I want to get into it. Let's just talk about full version. This full version is beautiful. It hits you with that 300 milligrams of caffeine, that Rhodiala. It puts you in a better mood, and it allows you to crank on throughout the day. And it comes in terms of impact in about the 40-minute mark. It's pills. It takes a little bit of time to digest. At that 40-minute mark, you feel it ramp up, and then it lasts another 4+ hours. And you do get a beautiful laser-like focus for those of you that are doing mundane jobs when you have to be focused on what you're doing, but it can be remedial, it can be monotonous. This thing is gonna be right for you. I happen to think that the energy level was perfect. Sometimes you see with these focus products that they put too much caffeine in there, and it really rocks the system in not necessarily a great way. I'm a big fan of less is more. 300 milligrams of caffeine, both in fast acting and long lasting, is ideal. And all those nootropics hit to really lock it in. So if you are looking for something to replace your morning cup of coffee, boom, this thing is going to rock your world and get it done at that full dose. And I also tried that full dose as a pre-workout. On this channel, I also review a number of pre-workouts. And for those of you who've been longtime subscribers, if you know, you know, I'm a big fan of my laser-like focus pre-workouts, and this one is it. It's not obviously not made as a pre-workout, but you can use it as a pre-workout if you're looking to get that mind-muscle connection. It absolutely delivers. So let's talk about not doing the full dose, right? Because some people don't want 300 milligrams of caffeine. I actually did this with a morning cup of coffee, and I only did a quarter dose, 2, and that was beautiful. It's like almost adding an extra espresso shot to your coffee without having the espresso taste. I was a big fan of doing this with coffee, that too. Now, in the afternoon, when lunch hits, when you get that afternoon doldrums where you're just counting the hours down, but you got a ton of work to do and you can't be sloppy about it. Your boss doesn't want your sloppy seconds when it comes to work. You got to get up and you got to get going. And oftentimes what will happen, many of you, you're going to go get a coffee, you're going to have them make it a red eye, add that shot of espresso. Some of you are going to do energy drinks at 4 pills, which is half a dose. It put me right where I wanted to be. 150 milligrams of caffeine, all those nootropics, and it helped me plow through to get through the workday and on to dinner. Another noticeable effect from Huge Nutrition's focus was the boost of mood that came with the dose. Even at a half a serving, you definitely notice, you definitely feel, it's not a placebo effect, a boost in your mood. And hey, if you live in the north, winter isn't coming. Winter's here, and it is downright depressing. The sun's barely up. You get no outside activity. It's cold all the time. You're getting no sunlight. Your skin is probably as pale as mine, and it's always good to get that boost in mood, not only for ourselves, not only for the people in our lives, but for our work, because if your mood is positive, your work is going to reflect that. So definitely something to consider with regards to Huge Nutrition's focus. This is a beautiful product for many of you that are looking to replace your coffee or even your energy drink. It's going to offer not only the caffeine that we love, but a lot better ingredients than your typical energy drink or your cup of coffee. How much does it cost? If you go to hugesupplements.com, link is going to be in the description. It starts off at $1.80 with my code NOFADE247, and that's at a full dose. Keep in mind, so $1.80 per serving, that's actually not too bad at a full dose considering what are we paying for a cup of coffee? Probably $2+ I mean, heck, even the K-cups you have at home cost like 75 cents to $1. And this thing is going to absolutely smash through any type of coffee you could be trying to put down. This thing is so much better than a cup of coffee. But most of us, we're not going to need a full dose. We're not going to pay that full dose price because for many of us, if you're going to mix this with your morning breakfast as a pick-me-up, you're only going to do half a dose or even, hey, a quarter of a dose. I'm a big fan of this focus product, and frankly, I think we need to be focusing, pardon the pun, more on nootropics and making sure that our brain is firing off on all cylinders. And now it's time. It is time for Fate of the Union. But before I dive into my final thoughts on Huge Nutrition's focus, I want to know from you. Comment below. What are you doing to stay focused with regards to your memory, with regards to your mood, with regards to your lifestyle, and most importantly, with regards to your work to make sure that you don't just get work done, but that you get it done at an extremely high level. Not just in the morning, but at the end of the day as well. I'm always curious what people are doing to make sure that they deliver the goods. Now, as far as my opinion of Huge Nutrition's focus, excellent product. I think people should pick up a bottle. Keep in mind, it's 30 servings. You're not going to use 30 full servings in 30 days. This is probably going to last you 90 days minimum, because you're probably going to do some days with just 2 pills with your coffee. You're going to do some days in the afternoon you want to pick me up, boom, 4 pills. Then you're going to do some days where you need to be picked off the floor before you go to work because it was just one of those rough nights where you got no sleep and you got to get stuff done. Anyway, you're going to do a full 8 pills. Overall, man, the price point is right at $1.80 per serving, especially considering, again, you're not going to do a whole serving at a time most times. I'm a big fan of Huge Nutrition. I think they're doing it right with their releases. They continue to impress, and Focus is no different. If you came this far in the video and have any questions, drop them in the comments below. While you're down there, do me a huge favor. You made it this far. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. That means you and I are officially best friends. As usual, thank you so much for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back.